Hello everyone. I hope you are doing fine, and good evening for those that is already night. Good morning if those who has the morning time. But this is Nourishing House, and we welcome you. As we said that we had an event of talking on the viral topic that went on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and welcome. And thank you, friends, for those who has already joined Nourishing House. And we really appreciate your support. And those who are brand new, welcome. And I'm Olive Ladus. And we are going to be together for this evening to talk about the trending topic. So I'm with Anthony. Okay, he may also present himself for Nourishing House.
Yes. Hi everyone. Today I'm here. It's not just for any other thing. This is just a live show. The reason is just very simple, that a lot of people has got more confused on what is actually happening abroad. Why is black guys prefer to date a white ladies in preferences? My name is Antonio Novo. I'm your therapeutic guidance, not just by experience or what we have seen trading. No. This is also based on knowledge acquired through school. Because I have a background in clinical psychology, a master's. So you can feel free to know that whatever we are going to give you today is something you can take home with.
Actually, let's start from it and differentiate the African setting and modern setting so that we know how we can relate. We want to know deeply. Differentiate for us, please.
Anyway, when you talk about our African setting, it's not a doubt factors to per se. Because in African setting, we all know that we Africans value our rich culture, our rich tradition. It's beyond doubt. And at the same time, we trade also on respect for elders.
That's true.
And when you talk about the issue of relationship, we should dive it into marriage. In African setting, we see marriage as a pure union between two families. Why, if we want to differentiate it to a Western world, they see it as a relationship between two individuals who actually agree that they have a shared responsibilities of what to do. So, and not just even what to do, they capitalize on share value. We want to do this as equity.
Yeah, like everyone is equal.
Yeah.
Two partners are equal. That's very true, because here everyone has his own way to do, but also, like, let's say abroad, they really prefer like everyone like equal rights as human rights. So women, men, all of them are equal. So why then black men are more engaged when they are dating white women than when they are dating their fellow black women?
First, I would say it's a misconception.
But how? Because that's what they believe.
Because there are a lot of factors that might lead to a lot of guys to prefer to date a white woman. At least something has to do with cultural influence and media representation. We also have to look into a perspective of psychological factors behind it. And we should not even ignore the societal pressure that comes from it. So if I may retrace my point, when you are talking about psychological factors, some people already have what we call internalized racism.
And what is that?
Internalized racism is like a system whereby I devalue myself because of Western colonization.
It's like the way we see the whites already, we perceive that they are more greater than us then.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
So when one has such inside him, you can believe that, oh, I'm going to a Western world because the main aim is to have a white lady to be with. So that actually affects your perception of you. So you talk about exoticism. This is about the way a white lady has been presented to be more exotic in nature. Like, the first thing I have to do, okay, let me, for instance, when I came here abroad in Belgium, all my target is that I'm already used to African ladies. So I have the mindset that, let me now enjoy white ladies. At least they are different from my color, something new. So when people are in that system of exotism, which I cannot deny, I was also a victim of that. So you see yourself trying to test or go after or get more engaged into a white woman than a very African.
Does it mean that, for example, they grew up having their value, beliefs and things, but when they meet white women, they really try to meet up with the white woman values? Or because I want to get more explanation about that.
Mention one of the factors.
Yeah.
That doesn't differentiate the fact that there is what we call genuine love and individual preference.
Okay.
In Nigeria today, I was listening to a broadcast made by Don Jazzy. He said that him cannot date in Nigeria. He cannot date a woman without this quality. And one or two qualities he mentioned in that broadcast was, one, he said a woman who is calm. And a woman who is what? Respectful. That's having understanding. Who can understand him? Then, if today we're asking why is Don Jazzy single, we should also know that his reason of being single is that he doesn't want a woman who can grow him. He doesn't want to see himself. He's not yet committed because, like what he popularly says, that he can be with a girlfriend knowing that him too can actually cheat on her. So what's the need of him trying to punish her for sleeping with another person? If she actually want to do it, he is not in any position to judge her.
Okay.
So on that, you can see that it's individual preference. He has his personal life experience, and something that can actually make him to have genuine love is example of what is actually trading now in Nigeria. When Davido married Chioma. To be honest with you, you might not understand it, but Davido broke a history because he covered the whole aspect of what I thought the other factors I mentioned. He enjoyed exotics of different ladies while he's a musician. He has seen different races of people from different races, from different countries as a musician. But yet he chooses to marry Chioma. Why? That should be the question women should ask.
Genuine love.
Genuine love. Not just even genuine love. You can see if also his humility while doing the wedding. He made a submission and he promised 3 factors. He said she will be what? Connected. Respected, and what?
I don't remember the third.
Okay. He said she will be respected, connected. I forgot the third one, but that was very something you should know, that he actually gave out his vow to her.
Okay, I see. But also we do not forget that really for sure there are some cases that it has been seen that really men, if they are with whites, they tend to do shopping, cleaning, but if they are in relationship with the black, they bring those values, say like, yeah, we are blacks, we have grown like this. Then why do they forget that when they are with women, white woman, while with the black?
Of course, it's normal. Why
I would say
it's normal? Woman? Not just that they value, but there are other factors that I mentioned before, which is social pressure or social influence. Some people want to be with a white lady to get more engaged because they want that status.
Okay, so there is gain.
There is a gain while dating a white. Imagine also economical gain, where if you are dating a white, you believe that, especially from people from a privileged home who are very rich, of course, you believe what to gain from dating this white. You will be more engaged. You know, to make sure that you please her, do everything for her. But that's not even about the gain. You can also look about the societal influence, that I want my status to be changed. I want to get recognized in society. I don't want people to intimidate me or look down on me because of racism, because I'm from Africa. Then you
have like someone to support you.
You have someone to support you, and it's not just that. Okay, let me, for instance, now, when you are coming to abroad, let's leave men aside on this.
Yes.
Let me ask you, when you are coming here, what was your dream man? Like, what do you expected to gain here? You think like I don't know about your community, but in Nigeria where I'm from, we believe that for you to have been with a white or show a white girlfriend or dating a white on the social media is an achievement.
And for sure, also back home, when you have a white boyfriend or a white girlfriend, they think that you have achieved for a big achievement. So
of course, so
it's a belief that most of Africans have. And for sure, it is also kind of belittling ourselves.
Yeah, that's why I say internalize racism. Who are the one who even racist within ourselves? But it's hard to believe.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but that doesn't differentiate the fact that you can get engaged when there is a mutual love. If genuinely you people out of global, because now I keep saying another factor is globalization, exposure, media representation. When I was a kid, I've been watching an Indian movie. And each time I keep watching an Indian movie, I see the beauty girls. That's what they project us on the media. And I admire them and aspire to marry an Indian woman.
Yeah. Imagine.
So
anyway, yeah, it's true, because when we were little, we were thinking that the most beautiful girl in the world was Indian.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so because true. That's what the movie we were watching as a kid during my own time in my own country. But by the venture of exposure and globalization of me coming here as an international student to come to Belgium to study, I meet people from other races. I meet people from Asia. I meet the Europeans. I meet Caucasian. I also meet from people also, not just West Africa, but East Africa. For instance, we are from Rwanda, so this is something we have to talk about, that we cannot differentiate the fact that life cannot take you to any place, and love has no boundary.
Yeah, love has no color. Yeah. Yes. So anyway, yeah, you just explained to us, but there are some people who really reach us inbox and also try to give us some ideas and some questions that we can discuss ahead. And then, okay, I think you really talked about it a little bit, but you can maybe explain very well, like, how do you think media representation influence dating preference? That was the question, because we see so many people at the media, like, yeah, you see women, like, you know, Africans, most of us, we have wigs, but yeah, white, they have everything, you know, so maybe those social media also have influences.
Of course,
to their preferences.
It's not a doubt factor that social media has no influence on us. Like I've talked about my personal experience and what made me to have a preference as a kid while growing up, that I prefer to date or marry an Indian woman, is because of media representation. The people who colonize us are also the British. And most of the times we watch the channels of the British, and you see the way they present their beauty queens.
Yeah.
So there's no how you see most of the adverts you see.
But why don't we do it among ourselves? As black couples, we can also do that, right? So
yeah,
and then women show
now we are not going to deviate from the point of why we are here.
Yeah.
The reason why we are here is, why do men prefer to date a white lady than an African woman?
Okay, maybe that one we will talk about it in the future.
Yeah, so to be guided, because for me, I always say, what we have been seeing has been advertised on us, and people are moved with what they see. So if every time we are watching a movie that a queen of England is a white, you are watching your cartoon channels, it's a white.
Those also white.
Those white. So many things has been projected to us. That's why we have the perception view. And I won't lie to you, whoever that comes out and say he prefers white than an African woman, you should not blame the person. What matters is, what is he engaging himself while going into the...
Yes.
I might have my personal preference to date a white. It's not bad. So now the question is, why are the ladies or African women thinking that we, the black men, are shifting our engagement, doing shopping for the white women, more than them.
For some of them, they were just showing that maybe they're after something, like, as you said, like gain, some gain afterwards. Some of the people say, like, okay, because they are from Africa, immigrants, maybe papers, maybe they are rich, maybe, of course, the discrimination or racism, all those things. So they want something like a backup. Or maybe there is no genuine love, but we are not sure it's not true.
So that's what I'm saying. How will you identify genuine love or not? Because there is a popular musician also in our country by name Timaya.
Yeah.
He made also a broadcast too, saying that why would he marry or date someone from the same region? So that already rang a bell in my head about this trading topic. That means he said that imagine yourself marrying someone also from Nigeria. That means it's like you use the word police and thief living in the same place. Like, I lie to you, you know that I'm lying to you, so we keep lying to each other.
Okay, so he wants something.
He wants something different. So this is his own personal preferences. And people might condemn the act of him, saying that he doesn't prefer our own African lady. He wants to go and tell. He's not talking about Africa per se. He's talking about Nigeria, someone you are living in the same country with. So you might choose to go to another Eastern Africa, or decide to come to Asia, go to Europeans. Like, there are a lot of women out there in the world. Like I say, globalization has made things very easy for us now. That's something we should not differentiate. People travel. By means of traveling, you get to meet people or someone you even genuinely fall in love with. That's what the means of traveling can also bring to your table. The media exposure is also a means of you having your preference and also have genuinely falling in love with someone you prefer. Not just that, the internet now we use today, there are a lot of dating apps.
Yeah.
So many people it's no longer in the world of, that's why we're talking about innovation. Innovation will can. When tradition meets innovation, there are some things we should stop expecting.
Okay.
So we should be looking towards what are the qualities of innovation that is actually happening in the current time. And one of the innovation things that is currently happening now is that life has shifted from when a man works with a woman or meets the family that I want to marry your daughter. Now life has shifted now that people can still use your mobile phone and go to a dating app and connect to each other.
Yeah.
That's an innovation. And you as a lady, you are there stalking yourself that why is men not interested in you? When you have not even reached out or tried to see what are the trading platforms people connect to each other.
Yeah, because before anyway, most of us, we still have our values that we are attached to. So we are like not modernizing ourselves, but again, we are in the modernizing.
There is also something again that is happening that maybe I call it a fact truth that people might find it difficult to accept. And that is the aspect of when we come to Europe, you as a young lady, even your parents, that's why I say that it has also something to do with cultural influence. Your societal pressure is there. Your parents are pushing you, projecting you. If you say that I meet someone from the same country, from Rwanda, they will say, ask you, did he have paper? So meaning that the family doesn't even want you to accommodate someone that you can build with. They project the aspect of you looking towards or someone who has already achieved economic gain. Is always there.
It brings a very good topic, saying like, does love still exist or not?
Yeah, of course.
You can also tell us what you think about it, or if you have any question, you can still ask us, and then we're gonna read it and maybe answer it online, or maybe also in the future podcast while also talking about it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and also there was one other question. You just talked about it, the economic factors that are overlooked. But anyway, if they are overlooked while dating a white woman, But those things, I feel that maybe there has to be a census, or maybe like to do a survey to know all those things, because you cannot just generalize. It's not everyone.
Yeah, when you talk about economic gain, like I said, we are shifting the blame on black men alone. But when you talk about also bringing it towards also the aspect of a woman, African women, they also have their own preference.
Yeah.
It's rare in Europe or abroad to see a woman who will actually accommodate a guy who is in asylum. Let's say the fact truth. Even if while she has her paper, she presents her preference or what she want to get in a guy to be too high. Now, let's for instance also, you women also tend to also look towards beyond not just the paper. They also prefer the economic gain in terms of security, financial security. Because the family where we are coming from, if your family of you before you leave to come abroad, they are not ready. Do you think you as a young girl will also go into accepting a guy who wants to start a life? Well, but we talk about mutual respect. But is that mutual respect mutual? That shared responsibility, is it there? But while we are in a Western world, they made their modern relationship very simple. It's between two couples, two individuals, not the family of your own family or my family deciding for us to be together. They made it in a such a way that both of us has to agree. And that's why if there is also a law here in Europe that when you marry out of marriage of convenience, it's a crime. Yeah, people need to be aware of that. So you don't marry because you want just a status. So are you fulfilling your obligation of your marriage? And that's why God brought also the issue of Samin women, officially living together. Date and see if it's also possible. But does that system operate in African culture?
No. Because that would be seen as adultery.
Yeah. So even if a lady here knew that she's in love with a particular guy, who she wants the guy to achieve, maybe have the paper, stabilize and start working, she will still pretend to hide it from her family back home.
Yes. Until you are sure.
Until she is sure that this is marriage.
Yeah.
So that's why I said that there is an innovation that we should also need to accommodate to make us to live more better. Like I always say, Davido and Choma, I always give them the credit. Choma understood what he needs to be in a home. To understand that a man has his own weakness and she decided to be with him and never come on social media to say anything about him. Why also Davido has experienced what it means to have personal stress, experience, preferences, exoticism, social pressure of dating many girls, but he decided to humiliate himself and come back to choose a wife.
Okay, someone just asked what is the topic all about. Here is about the topic that went viral on TikTok, YouTube, that women were complaining. So why do men are engaged more or committed more when they are dating white women than when they are dating black women, their fellow black women? So that is the topic all about. If you have any idea, if you want to comment, or if you want to or support, all that, everything is welcome. And we are Nourishing House. So we talk on nourishing, exploring, and also thrive. Of course, when we are mentally healthy and also we eat healthy, so we feel that we thrive and we live a happy and balanced life. That's why we chose to also talk about on this topic, because it was going viral, and also we had our own idea, and also we had someone who studied psychology told us about some factor that may influence men to be choosing to date white women, but also without forgetting that there's genuine love.
Like we said, always feel free to drop a comment, and I'm free. I will always get back to you guys.
Yes, and thank you so much again for your support. People who have already subscribed, we thank you so much. And those who are brand new, it's me, Olive Ladus, and
Anthony Onova.
yes, and we are Nourishing House, and stay tuned for more to come.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Good evening.